Let's talk a little Fisker here. Company you can't really eat. But here, chew on this. Fisker shares are higher today after announcing its plans to sell $340 million in convertible debt with an opportunity for that amount to double to $680 million. Now, shares of the EV maker, they're actually up right now by about 1.75%. They're down over 15% year to date as we've been tracking that. Take a look at that 2023 year to date chart. And it's been interesting for Fisker and a lot of the other EV plays right now. If you're kind of comparing Fisker to the rest of them, Fisker has underperformed. However, I think going forward, there's going to be more capital that's needed to advance some of the production and bring more models and vehicles to the market as well, in a competitive landscape that is ramping up so much of those production targets as well.
Yeah, well, Fisker only just now delivered its first cars, so it's just at a totally different space than the other companies. I believe it came public through a SPAC, and so now it's trading at, you know what, well below $10, which is where you get that reference price for SPACs here. So Fisker trading at $612. So even though it is seeing a bit of a bump today, it's seeing that bump from a pretty low base here. And the company is trying to make this fresh start, as the Wall Street Journal put it in a piece looking at the company. I think what it's going to cost and how successful they're going to be, investors are still undecided.
Yeah, we got a ton of production and delivery numbers last week from major automakers. Of course, Fisker trying to catch up to those, as you mentioned, but they are even behind some of their own production targets as well here. And for their units produced during this year, at least in the second quarter of this year, 1,022 units produced as of that quarter. So we'll see how that ramps up in the third quarter of 2023.